So listen, today we're replacing the front lower arm on this Range Rover L322, but before we do so, I'm going to explain to you why I'm replacing it. Then I'm going to tell you what obstacles I could be facing, just in case you're doing this job, so you can learn everything about it, okay? So number one is the ball joint. Can you see the rubber? Is it obviously not? You see how the rubber is in a good quality? Yeah. This is the new one. Let me show you the old rubber, which has been put on the MOT as a minor defect. That's the word, minor defect. If you remember, in the beginning of the year, we went to do the MOT after we did the oil leak.
Perfect, we've passed MOT, but we do have a lot of advisories and things that need sorting out ASAP. The ball joint on the lower arm, that's the one.
But anyway, that's a different story. Let me show you what's the problem exactly here under the car. Come with me. So this is the problem here. This piece of rubber, can you see how cracked it is damaged, okay? I may have issues taking this one out, which I have tools, which I will show you in a bit. I bought some tools, special tool to take it out. The second issues I could be having, this is the arm that controls how high the suspension is. So I am worried that if I change anything with this one, I may have to recalibrate the suspension. And the third problem I could be having is this one here is too rusty. And it's not just about removing this one, it's about putting it back, because I could have an issue putting it back. And the main reason is because I need to put it back at the correct torque and at the correct height. I can't just torque it at any level. I have to put the car in an axis mode and the correct distance from the floor, and then I would torque it. One of the reasons why I'm not just replacing this dust cap or cover, whatever you want to call it, or just this point, why am I not replacing this if this is the problem? Well, for a few reasons. One is this is how you buy it, so it's easier to buy like this rather than replacing this one, because I do not have the correct skills or the tools to replace this part. I think you have to take it to workshop. Now, some people replace this part alone using some tools from Amazon. Again, I don't have the skills, or just remember, I've never done this job before, so I'm just gonna try it for the first time. Just bear in mind, yeah? So, by the way, if I do succeed in replacing this part, I'm sure you can. So please, if you have the same problem, have a go at it rather than sending it to a mechanic. And it's fun to do jobs like this. Maybe this rubber is also damaged, yeah? And I want to show you something. Can you see here how it has like teeth? Yeah. Can you come and pick it up? Yeah. This is why we need to torque it at this level. We cannot torque it at this level because it will put too much tension on this rubber, because this barrel doesn't move, but this barrel moves. Anyway, let's do the job because I'm really excited about it. But number one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a clip now what I did on a level surface before we move to this job. So the first thing we have to do is measure the distance between the center cap or the center of the wheel to the top of the wheel arch, just like that. Now for me, this is 48.5. Now, we need to measure this on all four wheels. If one wheel is off, then you know, obviously, because we're working on this wheel, so sometimes this wheel can be off because of the problem that we're having. You need to take the average. So I went around the wheels anyway before turning on the camera, and they were all 48.5. You need to make sure it's on, of course, on level surface, so you can take the correct measurements. When I say level, I don't just mean level as in the floor is level, as in like not one is in pothole and one is normal, because you need the suspension height at correct distance. And I forgot to say, it needs to be on standard mode. Okay, so it's not on the off-road mode, it's not on axis mode, on standard mode. That way, when we install everything back, we make sure that it's correct level. Hopefully, we don't need to recalibrate the car, you know, if we got it wrong, but let's see how it goes. Let's move on to the next step. And now that you're back after the clip, what we're going to do is we are going to put the car on a standard height and then disconnect the battery, which I did previously, and I'm gonna insert the clip now. And of course, now as you can see me, I've already raised the car and I removed the wheel, which I will not gonna show you how I did that because I've already done that in the previous videos, but I will leave the link for you here up just above me, and I'll put it in the description. If you're interested in racing the car, you know, you can learn how to do so. So these are the tools that I bought from Amazon, and I'm hoping that these tools can help us in removing the ball joint, okay? If it does help us, I will leave the link for you down in the description below, so you can buy it if you are interested in buying it. So I'm gonna spray oil here, just soak it up, so when I remove it, it's easy for me. This is if you can see, this is a quick penetrating oil. Now I'm gonna move to those parts over here. And then don't forget the other side as well. So I'm using the 10mm wrench and socket to remove this sensor. Let's remove it. See if it works. Yeah, that came off. Perfect. We didn't break anything. Now we just tuck it away, just like here, and we'll come back to it at the end of the job. So this is the nut that I need to remove next. And of course, I am on the next day, and I'll tell you why now. So I come to the new part, and I take out the nut, because obviously I'm replacing the nut, so it's the same nut. So I come to the sockets, and I try to match the right one with it. So I find 21. I take it out. I try to put the socket on the nut, but there's not enough space, and I don't want to damage this piece of rubber here. So I decide, okay, no problem, let's get a spanner. So I look at my toolbox and I look for the correct spanner, 21. And I realize that it goes up to 19 only. So here I'm in trouble. So I need to go out and buy a 21. So fortunately, I'm having to buy the same tools again just so I can get 21. So I take 21 out and I go back to the car. So I try the spanner 21 and guess what? It doesn't work. So I go back to the spanner set and I pick number 22mm. Next, I'm gonna use spanner number 22 because the nut is swollen and I'm gonna remove this nut. Usually it's number 21, but the nut is too swollen because of the rust. So I'm using number 22. I know some of you say, you know, you're not supposed to, but it is what it is. I know. I'm just using spanner number 22 at this moment. So now I'm using 21mm socket wrench, and I'm using 21mm socket wrench on the other side with a breaker bar and not a spanner, what's it called? A wrench? I think it's different from the UK to USA. But anyway, with a ratchet, I guess. And then I'm gonna break it loose. Now I'm gonna have to take the screw out. Let's see if it will easily come out or not. Almost there. Here we go. So that is the screw. Look how long it is. So now that we've loosened the nut and the screw from here and on the other side, basically the whole arm should come off now. So let's see. Oh wow, that was easy. Came off.
Very easy.
Yeah, that's came off. Oh wow, it should not be loose like that whatsoever. Okay, so now this is the tool I'm going to be using today. Let's see how it works. I've never used it before. Well, it's a bit more difficult than it looks like. And now I tighten this one. Let's see if it works. So I'm using 22 for this one. 22mm socket. Let's see if it works. You think it's going to work?
Yeah.
But something may
I
snap.
have all the confidence.
Something may snap soon. So we need to be careful. Oh my god.
Wow.
That's a lot of tension.
Interesting setup.
Something is going to snap very soon. And it's not going to make a very loud noise. I hope we don't get hurt. Stay away. Just in case I don't feel something is going to snap. Oh my god.
It did snap.
Yeah. Let's see if I can hammer it in. Now let's try to tighten it. And hammering. Let's see. Scary. Feels like something is going to snap. Yep, that just happened. We have some broken camera equipment. And yeah, I think we need new tools. What do you think, Alex? New tools?
Yeah, we need to do some research.
We need to do a bit of research, and I'm sorry to do this to you, but we're gonna have to leave it on this video, and we'll try to fix it, and we'll update on the next week. But with that in mind, hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something new, and we'll see you on the next one. Wow, look at this castle and the mountain behind it is just perfect.
The Tarbet Hotel. It's probably the former castle.
Just a perfect place.
Oh, the views are stunning. There's a place here called the Lost Cruises. Like if you can take a cruise